Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel, guys. You've got your favorite investors out here in all of social media. Bert the Hurt and Lanny Legend, the Dividend Diplomats, guys. And we're talking about how my passive income just increased over $150 in the last week alone, guys, just in that first full week of December. And we're going to tell you how, where, and what else is to come.
Smash that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. We can't wait to talk about how Lanny's passive income grew $150 this last week. I bet you guys are excited to hear how.
Guys, I'll tell you how. Open up the secret notebook right now. Write this down. Dividend growth investing. This is not by purchasing stocks. This is not by dividend reinvestment. No. The other three-legged stool to growing your passive income is dividend increases. And so far in this short first week of December, I've gotten 4 significant dividend increases that has actually added over $153.56 to my forward dividend income stream, guys. And that's what this is all about. We're going to go through each one of these stocks, and then we're going to go over what else is going to happen this December? What am I expecting here, guys? What do you think, Bert?
Yeah, because dividend increases have been wild in 2024. You've seen the best of increases. You've seen the worst of increases. As the economy's changed, interest rates have been cut. They've been paused. They've been cut again. So it's been a crazy environment for businesses, but that's why we buy these stocks. That's why we buy these companies that have long-term histories of increasing dividends. Through good times and bad times, these companies still manage to increase those dividends and grow your passive income. These 4 companies are going to be awesome to talk about.
Yep, 4 companies, guys. We're going to talk about the first one, and it's the biggest one that Bert owns, one stock that I own. I own a load of them, guys. We're talking about the duck. Bert, let me hear it.
Aflac.
Boom. Aflac, guys. Ticker symbol AFL. And they came in early on in December with a hot and heavy 16% dividend increase. You might be thinking, hey, who cares? Well, when you own as much as I do, which was currently providing $571 in income, a 16% jump from that gets me to $662, adding $91 more to that passive income stream in just one increase, one announcement alone.
One double-digit dividend increase. That is 16%. That is that strong. It is freaking awesome. But they weren't your only one, Lanny. Aflac wasn't the only company. We've said there are 4. Let's move on to number 2. Who is that second company?
This one is the surprise, because after they did, I think it was 3 increases last year, I was like, all right, they've got to cool themselves down in 2024 from an announcement standpoint. They did RIP the Dikembe Mutombo, but they did Dikembe Mutombo that.
Yeah, they're like, that's a terrible idea, Lanny, because they shocked us all with a double-digit increase, with a 10.2% dividend increase. Who is this company?
Guys, get out that good old John Deere green tractor, ticker symbol DE, John Deere. That 10% increase added only, but still, $16.41 to that forward income, because I owned enough to pay me $160, and that number just jumped up to over $177 in forward dividend income.
Wow. Holy freaking cow here, Lanny.
This is how passive income, this is what it's all about here, guys.
Yeah, you didn't lift a finger. You've earned, we've talked through 2 so far. Aflac was $91. John Deere was $16.40. You've earned $107 without lifting a finger. But that was 2. You said there are 4. Let's move on to number 3.
All right, guys, we're going to go north of the border here. We all know this was a Canadian bank dividend increase announcement week, for lack of better ways to say it. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it was. My goodness, Lanny.
Yeah. And now I've owned a lot of this company. It's the only Canadian bank I own in my taxable account. Bert, I think you own it as well.
I do. It's in a Roth.
There it is. So these are all taxable account dividends as well, FYI, for my portfolio, guys. Canadian Imperial, ticker symbol CM. Now, the interesting part about this is this increase from a Canadian dollar standpoint was huge. I think it was somewhere around like 9%. But when you do the actual exchange rate, Canadian to USD, it's about a 4.5% increase, Bert, from what they, from where they were at.
Which is still solid. And before you received $865 dividends from them. So yeah, it's a rather large position. Now you get $904 dividend income. That's a 39.35 or 32-cent increase. And interestingly, as we talk through, Canadian Imperial stock price is in the 60s there. So now that you get $900, you are tripping. Let's just pull this up here. 13 and a half new shares every year from Canadian Imperial. Freaking awesome.
Why not, guys? Let's just keep dripping into more income here, guys. But yeah, I mean, I own a lot. I've owned them for
ever. You've owned them for a long
years.
time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Long time.
All right, everyone. So before we do a big fourth reveal, remember, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Help support us. Help us keep growing, keep talking about dividend growth stocks.
And guys, let us know, do you like these videos of us talking not just about increases in general, but what the impact has been to the portfolio and to the income totals? Let us know in the comments what you think about this video.
All right, so the big reveal, Lanny, number 4.
And this goes out to my wife's account. She owns this company because I own one of the counterparts. I own Lyondell Basel, but she owns Eastman Chemical, guys. Ticker symbol EMN, and they just keep that streak alive as well. Now, it wasn't a big increase, but it was an increase nonetheless. It was a 2.47% increase, and that added a nice little chip in of $6.45 to the forward dividend income amount, guys.
All right, so in total, between these 4 stocks, Aflac, John Deere, Canadian Imperial, and Eastman Chemical, $153.56 of forward income were added without lifting a finger.
Guys, that was 4 increases from the first week of December. We still have 3 more weeks to go. And, the third part of this video is also like, okay, what else is coming down the pipeline in December? Well, we're all kind of probably keeping our ears and eyes open for a Pfizer when they announce what that dividend is going to look like. Typically, they've been doing about a penny or a 2% increase. So we'll see if we get that. Bert, are you thinking 2% possibly again from Pfizer?
I have no idea what to expect with Pfizer. I'm not going to lie. They don't really have that much of a history anymore. It's still kind of in a state of chaos after their spin-off of Viatris a few years ago. So it'd be awesome if they got the 2%, but who really knows with pharma? I'm not as optimistic that you're going to get an increase, but I will be happily surprised. I'm a Pfizer shareholder too.
There we go. The next one is CVS Health. CVS. A lot of headwinds in the industry. We all know what's happening with Walgreens. Now, Walgreens and CVS are 2 very different players because of what CVS has their, I guess, roots in, right?
Yeah.
With Aetna insurance, and they've got a little bit more to the game than just being a pharmacy.
Yes, and what happened with CVS is they acquired Aetna, and then they paused the dividend growth. They didn't pause the dividend, they paused the dividend growth to help realign the balance sheet, pour as much money as they can to paying down debt. Then not last year, in 2022, they started increasing the dividend again, and they've done a pretty substantial amount. Went from 50 cents a quarter to 55 cents, 55 to 60 and a half, 60 and a half to 66 and a half. So they're great dividend increases, but their stock price, no bueno in 2024. Hasn't been the best year for CVS, down 30%. I don't think you're going to get much of an increase this year from Big Red.
We'll see. We'll see if we get one. I'd be happy if we did get one. I wouldn't be shocked if we don't. Similar to what Bert said about Pfizer. Now, guys, let us know what you think about Pfizer and CVS. But it's also the quarter end months, guys. So all your 401k, your mutual funds, your ETFs are going to be hot and heavy as well this month. Give it about another week and a half to 2 weeks, and you're going to see a big round of dividend and distribution announcements from your favorite ETFs, such as Bert's SEHD, but especially my VYM, VOO, and VIG. So I'm looking at some nice, solid increases as well coming through to finish off this month.
Yes, and unlike the first two, I'm feeling much more optimistic that we're going to get some strong dividend increases and distributions from these funds because it has been quite a year in the fund world for in 2024.
So there we have it. This is how I was able to add another 150 plus dollars to my passive income. This is what we're expecting for the end of the month, the end of the year, guys. Let us know how you're doing on the dividend increase front. Guys, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Bert, hit him with that sweet chin music.
You're either with us or you're against us, Jack.
That was Bert and Lanny from the DD, over and out.